Hey, and welcome back to Living in Central Texas. If you are considering relocating to the area, whether that's Temple, Belton, Salado, Killeen, or any of the surrounding areas, there are some major shifts in our housing market that you need to know about. Prices are up in some areas, they're down in a lot of others, and inventory is changing fast. We're no longer in the same competitive chaos we were over the last couple of years. Hi, I'm Andrea Dudick, Realtor and Associate Broker, and I help buyers, sellers, and relocating families navigate Central Texas real estate with confidence and clarity. In today's video, I'm breaking down the May 2025 housing stats and comparing them to last year, and even looking at what's just changed over the last 5 years. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and look at the state of Texas. So here you can see we have Texas, right? And what we're going to focus on today is Bell County. Bell County is highlighted here in red. And if we zoom in, we have Temple, Belton, Salado, and Killeen. Those are the statistics that we'll be covering today. And then I also serve really everything just in and just outside of these areas. If you like more information on navigating the area or kind of learning where everything is, you can head on over to the website livinginctx.com, and on the homepage we have this really awesome interactive map that you can click around, play with where everything is, and it'll give you information on the area, houses in the area, statistics. Just show you one. You click on Belton, so it's got market reports, schools, featured listings, and then I have videos that are in alignment with that area, some YouTube videos. Okay, so really cool resource if you want to head on over and check that out. But for today's video, we're going to be looking at market statistics of Bell County and those particular areas I discussed: Temple, Belton, Salado, and Killeen. So over the last 5 years, Central Texas has exploded in growth. Bell County especially has become a magnet for people that are looking for affordability, more space, and a slower pace, without losing access to Austin, Waco, or Fort Hood. We, I think, changed names to Fort Cavazos, and then now it looks like we're back to Fort Hood. So if you can see on this map, you have Waco up here, Austin down here. Some of those very popular towns right now also being Georgetown, Round Rock. Of course, remember, anytime that you go towards Austin, your house prices are going to go up compared to where we are. And then again, as you go to Waco, your home prices are going to go up as well. So Waco, Austin, and then Fort Cavazos is like right out here. Temple and Belton have grown steadily thanks to major employers like Baylor Scott and White, McLean, Texas A&M, Central Texas nearby. Killeen is a major key market for military families, while Salado has carved out its space as a high-end, lifestyle-driven town. I've heard that it's kind of the new Fredericksburg of our area. It's kind of fancy, and golf course living, Mill Creek Golf Course out there. You have a lot of up and coming communities, like brand new communities, while again, of course, still some of the more beautiful established communities. And you're not 15, 20 minutes away from Temple and all of Temple's amenities. Salado does, I did just do a video on Salado if you want to check that out, but it does have its own grocery store, and not being far from all of our Temple grocery stores, shopping, dining, etc. But now in 2025, we're starting to see the after effects of high interest rates, new construction inventory, and buyer fatigue. So what do those numbers actually tell us? Well, if you would like to follow along with today's statistics, you can go to mytbor.com, mytbbor.com. scroll on down to where we see market statistics for your housing area. Click here to view. I found that these links here aren't working on my computer, so they might be down, but here are the housing reports for Bell County. mytboard.com is the Central Texas Temple Belton Board of Realtors. So we're going to start with Temple. Median price $279,900, down 3.3% from May of 2024. Active listings are up 33.3% since May of last year, which means we have a lot of homes on the market, a lot more homes on the market. Days on market, so 80 days on market, that's before a home gets an offer and goes under contract. And then days to close is 28. So 80 days hanging out until we get that bite, get under contract, another 28 days to close. It's about 108 days than the previous year, which is slightly less than last year, which I think is interesting. Closed sales are up 13%. Temple is starting to level out, so prices dipped slightly, inventory jumped, meaning there are more options and more breathing room for buyers. We are in a hardcore buyer's market at the moment, and nearly 40% of all listings are priced between $200,000 and $300,000. So if you're relocating from a higher cost of living area, your dollar stretches further here. And for sellers, it means you need to price smart and be ready to stand out, because buyers have choices now. And not only do they have choices between your home, but also between new construction, and those builders are throwing incentives at them. So Belton, we're gonna hop on over to Belton. Median price in Belton of $340,138, so slightly higher median price, 31.5% from May of last year. Inventory is at 5.7 months. So what does inventory mean? Inventory means that if there were no new homes coming on the market, how long would it take for us to sell out of inventory with the current rate of that homes are selling at? So last year we were at 5.6. This we're at about 5.7. That kind of surprised me. Active listings are up 36.8%, so still a ton more inventory than we had last year. Dominant price range, again, being between $300,000 and $400,000. Belton has seen one of the most dramatic jumps in both price and demand. Why? And that's because its location, school, and charm. Belton ISD is one of the most sought after school districts in our area. We have the historic town, lake access. I love Lake Belton. There's also Morgan's Point, which is part of Belton ISD. It's a little just slightly out. Go check out the map, but I have a video on Morgan's Point as well if you'd like to check out there. But lake access, proximity to both Temple, Fort Hood, just makes it really attractive for families as well as professionals alike. You're kind of near everything in this area. Over 42% of homes fall in that $300,000 to $400,000 range, which is right in that sweet spot for many relocating buyers. Okay, let's go to Salado. Salado housing report, median price of $800,000. This is wrong. I mean, I really think this is wrong. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty positive. So I would say homes in Salado, median would probably be closer to $500,000. This report also says that there were only 4 homes sold in May. That is wrong. I just went and pulled statistics from the MLS, and there were over 40 homes closed in the last 30 days. So I think this one's a little someone mistyped here, but we're still going to talk about Salado. So median house prices, I went and looked. So there were 32 sales in the last 30 days, ranging from $250,000 to $955,000, and over 3/4 of those homes were above $400,000. So it is still, the median house price in Salado is still higher than Temple, Belton, and Killeen by far. And again, it just has kind of that more upscale vibe and more luxury feel with the golf course living, and it's got like a winery lots of time spent downtown, Salado Creek. It's just, Salado's its own vibe. It's really cool. If you want to see it, go check out the video I did on Salado, Texas. It's a boutique market, so a lot of homes here are on larger lots. If you're looking for that peace, privacy, and upscale charm. Days on market are shorter here, but this is not a volume market per se. If you're relocating and looking for something truly special and quiet, Salado is definitely worth a tour, and I'd love to give it to you. I'm gonna pop on over to Killeen. This is a hot spot for many people coming to the area because of Fort Hood. We are a huge area for especially first-time buyers and military families using their VA loans. Killeen is one of the most affordable markets in Central Texas. Median price is in that $225,950 range. It's down a little bit from May of last year. Active listings are up 24%, so we can see across all of these that the inventory is increasing, again, telling us that it's more of a buyer's market. Inventory is at 4.9 months compared and up from 3.4 last year, and closed sales are down 20%. There's just a lot of inventory and a lot less people buying. Definitely these interest rates are scaring people, but mind you, there are so many builders and sellers willing to offer incentives to help buy down that rate. So it's a really, really great opportunity to get a great deal on a home if you can afford it. My whole thing is time your availability to purchase and not necessarily the market, because we have no idea what these interest rates are going to do. But if you can pay into your own mortgage, I do recommend it. So Killeen is one of the most affordable markets in Central Texas. Let's see. Over half the homes fall between $200,000 and $299,000, and you can still find homes under $250,000 here, which is a super rarity these days. While closed sales are down and days on market is up, buyers here have more time and less pressure to decide and make a purchase. For investors, this could be a really great entry point. So what does this all mean? Across the board, we're moving into what feels like a more balanced market. Buyers have more inventory and more leverage than they've had in the past few years, in the past 3 years. Sellers can still win, but pricing and presentation are more important than ever. You know, if we're selling your home, we really want to make sure that we're strategic in how we're pricing, because of course there is what your home is worth in a value perspective and what the market is willing to pay for it. And right now buyers aren't willing to pay top dollar because they have so many houses to pick from. So our best bet is to price your home appropriately so that we are not price dropping and extending those days on market, which encourages lower offers. And presentation, you know, don't want to take photos from your iPhone. The presentation with strong photographer, videography. I do things like put you on YouTube, and then staging really matters. So presenting your home in a very special and beautiful way definitely matters now more than ever. Temple is great for affordability with access to hospitals and schools. I harp on this all the time, but we are the largest medical hub between Austin and Dallas. We're a huge teaching facility. We see lots of traveling nurses, residents. We have the VA hospital here. Belton is gaining traction for charming, family-friendly with fast closing. We know Salado is high-end, low density, and Killeen still offers the best entry-level affordability. But they all have very different feels, so I recommend that you take a look around, explore the areas. You're going to find what kind of falls into all of your wants and needs. If you're relocating, this is a fantastic time to explore options and make thoughtful moves, not rushed decisions. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of the Central Texas market. If you're considering relocating, whether it's this summer or 6 months from now, I'd love to help you find the right fit. Make sure to head on over to livinginctx.com, where again, we have that really awesome interactive map where you can explore every suburb, watch neighborhood tours, videos, and even fill out a short form to book a one-on-one planning call with me. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop any questions you have below in the comments. I'm here to make your move smooth, smart, and stress-free. Till next time.